What's going on, you guys? What's going on? This is your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and of course, I have my bestie here, DJ the singer, and
Hey
we're here for
guys.
another album review. And this is another Keyshia Cole album review. If you guys don't know, we've been doing the Keyshia Cole reviews for a minute now, but we're finally back to it because we took a break from them for a couple of months, but we're back to them. And plus, Keyshia Cole ain't the only artist we're gonna do reviews on. We're gonna do reviews on several different artists, but we're trying to finish our Keyshia Cole catalog.
Series,
Yes,
yes.
our Keyshia Cole series. That's what we're trying to do. Now, it's 17 of y'all up in here so far, so y'all already know how I feel about that. Which I don't care about that, but I need for if y'all gonna be in here, y'all need to be in the comments. Talking to us and all of those different things. Now we're gonna go on and get into the review itself. And wait a minute before we get into the review itself. Can we just tell the people, those of you that are watching? The Scene ATL season 2 is officially back filming, honey.
We just started
We
filming.
just started.
I can tell you right now, based on that first scene that we did, this season is gonna be a key.
Yes, everybody's energy was on point.
Woo!
Everybody's energy was on point. I enjoyed that. That was a first scene. I was just telling I was talking to JT earlier because we was discussing the first event. I gotta watch what I say about the season while I'm up here because I can't give too much away. But she was asking how did the first scene go, and I said it went like I said it's a vast difference from last year when I first filmed. Last year I was nervous as fuck when I first filmed. Like that very first scene on the first episode with me and JT sitting outside that restaurant talking. That was literally my very first scene.
I couldn't tell you were nervous.
I was nervous. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know. But once I got in front of the camera, it was kind of like, okay, it ain't, but I was just mindful that the cameras were around.
After a while, you gonna forget it's there.
Yeah, just like I did. So this time for the first scene, it was like the camera wasn't there. You feel what I'm saying? Like we could, we went through that scene and listen. It was raining like hell outside, but we still made it.
We came to work and we did what we needed to do.
Did what we needed to do. So
and we ate good and we were in there. We were in and out.
Yes, great scene. And we are filming. I have to film tomorrow, honey.
Y'all sadness.
Listen, we already halfway through the first episode already, child.
Please.
Oh my God. But anyhow, let's go ahead and get into this review for Keyshia Cole's album, Calling All Hearts. Now, what I'm going to say is this was the beginning of the end for Keyshia Cole. This was the beginning of the end. I don't know where the disconnect came from with this album. I'm trying to hopefully we can come to a consensus as to what happened to Keyshia Cole's career with this album. We're probably going to get more into it as we get into the album, but I still can't believe that this album did.
When I think about it now versus then I think I was just excited to get a copy of it. Long Way Down was my one.
Definitely.
She put out 2 singles at one time and or weeks apart, and we can just go ahead and jump into the first song. I Ain't Through.
Featuring Nicki Minaj.
Hated it. And even with the video.
Yeah.
When that single dropped, I said her team hates her because first of all, the single hit on Concrete Loop. You had to be there. Concrete Loop was like the platform for all new music.
I used to love Concrete Loop.
Yes, and I remember the version that they put out was the version. Apparently, she came in on the wrong key, so the song she started flat, and then they adjusted it as the song went on. You could probably still find that version on YouTube, But I instantly was like, her team hates her. And I hated the song. Nicki was new, and everybody thought that if they had Nicki Minaj on their song, it was a guaranteed hit.
He would like that
And
song. He
no,
would like, yeah.
no. It was different for Keyshia, but I hated it. Hated it.
I ain't gonna lie. I can't believe I'm finna say this. But I hated it when I first heard it. But the lyrics, though, I can relate to the lyrics.
This song started the back and forth between Keyshia and Lil' Kim on Twitter. This song is the cause and the reason. Okay? Y'all can find those tweets on Google where they were going back and forth, and Keyshia was like,
sure
Kim, we ain't never been friends. We ain't never been friends, girl.
Here's my thing. I think they picked this as the first single because Nicki was hot back then, and Nicki was on everybody's song back then. And so they probably felt like, well, Nicki's on this record, so it's gonna go somewhere. And what was so crazy was the song went number 1 on 106 in Park. So somebody liked it, right?
Somebody liked it. I just felt like in a lot of ways they were trying to replicate the success of Let It Go. Like you got an album called Calling All Lovers. Okay, so first of all, let's backtrack. We're coming off the heels of A Different Me, right? Which was a really sensual, really sexy album. You know, it's a different look, not just in the face, hair, physicality, but Keyshia is maturing. She's becoming a woman for real, for real. And so, you know, we have these ballads and, you know, these smooth songs. She's been working on her vocals. You know, we're getting tone, we're getting color. Now we're back for Calling All Lovers. You know, she calling everybody. You know, she even called me. You know, and you know what I'm saying? Like we got this new hair, we got this mohawk. You know, that was the thing for the girls at the time. You know, you got this blue lipstick. You know, this real eccentric look going on. And you come out with this single because we want you in the clubs again. We didn't have too many club songs on the last album, so we gonna reel it back and we gonna put you in the club this time, and we gonna set you up with the hottest rapper in the industry right now. She's a new face. You can appeal to a new audience, and this is why I said I felt like them trying to make her mainstream. It happened too soon. It's too soon.
Yeah, I ain't through. Made her through.
Yeah, like how you let the new girl diss a legend on your record? Like, no.
Yeah, now that I think about it, Nicki was really reading Kim down on that song. Bad bitch central, check my credential, motherfucking right. You know it's Nicki on the intro, and I'm even bitchier when I'm on my minstrel. Basic insurance and they don't include dental. Oh, this is what she started dragging her. You a mutt. Tell her quack, she a motherfucking duck, goose. She'll say that day night live spoof. Oof. One thing the coop never got, roof. Yeah, took a spot, she gone. Poof. Me, KC, deuce.
Like, you know, her word, now I gotta give it to her. Her wordplay was everything, but come on now.
And then at the end of the song, fuck y'all rap bitches, old ass bitches.
Why you let that girl diss Kim on your song, girl? Y'all might not have been friends, but like Kim really could have paved the way. Like she really could have opened some doors for you. This man, no.
She'll say that day night live spoof.
One thing the coop ain't got. Woo.
Yeah, took a spot, she gone. Poof. That was so terrible.
And guess what I'm gonna be for Halloween?
What?
Moose. Now it's some bitches out here in the street who's whole, loose. Now I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
Right.
Oh Lord Jesus.
And what's my favorite word? Like, we're moving on. So, you know, I'm just saying.
Oh my God. Oh Lord Jesus. Okay. Well, I guess that's enough on I Ain't Through featuring Nicki Minaj.
It's gonna be a 4 for me.
Out of what, 10?
Out of 10, yeah, because every time it come on, I always when I listen to the album, I start with A Long Way Down. I don't even play it.
I'm gonna give it a 5. And I think I'm being generous, but it's mainly because of the lyrics. Because I used that song to shade a fat bitch that was that had tried me a couple of months ago. I had used that song in one of my stories, but that's another topic for another day. The next song is Long Way Down.
Favorite.
I think she said, you said you hated it?
No, it was a favorite.
Oh, okay. So I think she said, if I'm not mistaken, she said she wanted Long Way Down to open her album, well, be her first single versus I Ain't Through. She said the record label wanted I Ain't Through to be her first single, but she wanted Long Way Down to be her first single, which probably explains why I Ain't Through got a video and a radio release, but Long Way Down only got a video release, which I don't understand why it wasn't put on the radio.
First of all, this goes back to what I originally said. Her team hates her because seriously, where was your A&R? Who A&R'd this project? I'm gonna look that up, because I really need to know who your A&R was. And for those people who don't know what A&R is, that's artist and repertoire. Like, they're the people that really direct the creation of your album. They are the ones that are fighting for you with the label. They are the inside, but they advocate for you. Long story short. And I just feel like she didn't have anybody advocating for her because there's just no reason why I Ain't Through should have been the first single. It was Buffy Hoovelbank.
Whoever that was, because she did say by the time her fourth album came, there were new people at the record label who really didn't understand her as an artist. So that go.
And it happens with so many people. It happens with so many people. You get one album. SWV is a perfect example. Their what was the album with When You Cry and
Release Some Tension?
Release Some Tension. Like, there were all new people at the label. It was a hip hop label at that point. It was nobody was interested in hearing R&B. So that's why that album sounds so rap and hip hop influenced. Yeah, D-boy, go light your hookah. We finna have a good time tonight.
Yes. Long Way Down is one of my favorite Keyshia Cole songs. I feel like it's one of her more underrated songs because nobody ever talks about Long Way Down. Nope. When they talk about her songs, her albums, they never talk about Long Way Down. And I felt like that song did not get treated the way it should have been.
No.
And that they probably should have listened to her because Long Way Down probably should have been her first single.
Produced by the Justice League, who that production team is responsible for so many rap hits. Like, we'd be here all day. And I just feel like had they really invested the funds in Long Way Down, that really could have been a big hit for her. Like, we could have had, her and Jeezy were done by then. Like, they weren't even communicating. Although he would have been a great feature. You know, there were so many rappers. We could have gotten Wayne on a remix. Like, I love the video with her and Daniel. Now, sis, keep your man out your video. Like, I know you want to show him off, but keep some, tell some. It was a different look for her. I like Burgundy Keyshia. You know, I felt her.
When I said that I was through with love, there he was. Girl, I feel you, girl. I feel you, girl. I know how you feel, girl.
Her live performance, I think it was Jay Leno. You can still see it on YouTube. Like, she was off key the first half, but that second half, when she got that second wind, it was like, baby.
Well, I just
it was the long note at the end. I was like, sing it.
Well, I just want to also put this out there that when this album came out, this was the earlier days of me and DJ's friendship, like early, like we had just became cool, like early. So that was a time, DJ.
Woo! That was a time.
That was a time.
That was a time.
I thought you were just gonna be my internet friend, not my real life friend.
Oh no. When I discovered that you loved Monica as much as I did, I was like, oh, he ain't getting rid of me. You are successfully swing the drums and say, we were joined at the hip. You were like my soulmate.
So speaking of Monica, you do know that when Bando was here the other day, we were talking about like all this different content we want to do together and like the music content that we want to do. And and I know that Bando and I did go back and forth about Brandy and Monica because he is Team Brandy, I'm Team Monica all day. And I said we need to do a live where we go back and forth about their hits and stuff like that. And then I said besides us two, we need Diijai and we need JT or Jamar.
Throw Jamar in the mix too.
And Jamar is a Brandy stan too.
I'm team both of them, and I only say that because when I was introduced to both of them, both moments, I remember when those moments happen, and those moments are pivotal moments. And the music, like when you think about those first 3 albums, like don't get me wrong, like they have other gems in their catalog, but when we're just talking about both of their first 3 albums, like those songs are literally on the playlist to our adolescence. Like we grew up to those songs. Do you remember where you were when you first watched the video for So Gone, or when you first heard the song? Like I wrote my first song for that instrumental.
Karma
2011.
2000.
I renamed it, but yes, like I went to the studio. I was like, this instrumental is lit. I'm finna jump on this. Let's run it.
Look at Bandos with some pick a side. We ain't gotta pick nothing.
I can't.
We ain't gotta pick nothing. But no, I remember so it was spring break 2003. We was at home from school, and I was back then the radio. I would literally have the radio playing all the time, like listening to the radio all the time. I heard some chick on the radio. So gone. Oh, I did not know it was Monica until I heard Missy yell out, "Yeah, new Monica!" Wait a minute, what? Then I turned the radio up, and when I heard her say, "Now listen, boy, I'm a rowdy chick. Sometimes I gotta fight because my mouth too slick." I'm like, "Oh, bitch.
Kick down your doors and slap your shit." I was like, wait.
Ooh, wait. Jesus.
Monica, please.
You could tell me nothing about her back then. Oh, you could tell me about Monica when So Gone was out. Oh my God. This ain't got nothing to do with Monica. Let me continue. But yes, we were talking about a long way down. We got another, but Bando, you need to be while you're up here talking shit, so pick a side. You need to be ready when we do this Brandy and Monica versus on this live. That's what you need to be ready for. I want to hear what you got to say.
Real quick, I want to know your opinion on something while we're on the subject of Keyshia, because Aaliyah Brittany, hey girl, she said something in the comments that stuck out to me, and I want to know what you think. People have said for years, now as a singer, I know it really has nothing to do, one has nothing to do with the other, but I want to know what you think. The people have said for years, when Keyshia closed her gap, and when she fell in love, not just her vocals changed, but it was almost like she wasn't hungry for it anymore.
To my Keyshia?
Mm-hmm.
It kind of feels like around this time she wasn't.
Okay. I can see it. Two things, like I said, two things can be true. Like I said, her closing the gap has nothing to do with her vocal capability. Now, I will say, around this time, it's a lot going on. She's in love. So you notice half of the album is heartbreak. The other half is trying to introduce a new Keyshia. Yeah. And then you just had a baby. For the people that don't know,
talking to your family.
You know what I'm saying? Like for the people that don't know, when you have babies, like depending on your hormonal level, it can change your vocals among a slew of other things. So you got that going on. She had cut her whole family off. Like sis is changing things. I don't even think Manny was managing her at this point. I think she had fired him too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So like your number one advocate was no longer on your team. Like. So you just caught out there. So it's a lot going on. So I just want to know what you thought about the vocals.
What she do? I think he's talking about what she do. I do better. What
D-boy, they gotta put the liquor down. I don't know why singers think they can get on stage and sip hard liquor and give a full out performance, it never goes well. That is a train wreck. You will dry out your vocal cords and set yourself up for
A
a
train wreck like this album era was.
the whole era was not. They really didn't
Everything.
promote this album for real.
Everything about it was terrible.
Did she even tour this album? I don't think so. Yes, she
No.
did. I felt
Did
like she
she?
did. Let's
Let me
see.
look.
Yeah, I don't think she toured this album. Now that I think about it, no.
She went on tour, but it wasn't hers.
It wasn't hers. She
She
opened up
opened
for
for
R.
R.
Kelly.
Kelly on the
Mm-hmm.
Love Letter tour.
Mm-hmm. And mind you, around this time, K. Michelle is the new girl. She's the new Keyshia at this point, the new Mary.
Yeah, basically, because at this point, Keyshia going into a new direction.
Yeah.
So I guess
I
that's
think she was
it.
more polished this era, but she definitely was.
It was something missing though.
Something was missing.
Something was
That
missing with
edge
this
was
album.
missing.
Yes.
She just started to get real glamour girl, and I think that's when the shift happened, because you notice we had the trinkets on the nails, and it was real. You know, the jewelry was bigger. Like, it was just, the looks were more eccentric and avant-garde and just real glamour girl.
Okay, so the next song is Tired of Doing Me featuring Tank.
Loved it.
I love that song.
Loved it. That's the duo I didn't expect to hear. But when I previewed the album, I was like, I can't wait to hear it. The production is great. Tank and Jay Valentine wrote the record. And I mean, it speaks to my life right now, but it speaks to my life in a few other areas. Like, I'm tired of doing me. Like, I'm ready to come home and cook and lay up and cuddle and be cute and, cuss you out, once every quarter, and then we go in the room and like, Tired of Doing Me is the single that was it was the single that never was. It was a missed opportunity.
I agree. The vocals were vocaling on both sides. I do think that I think a part of me feels like Tank gets his credit these days, but at the same time, I don't think he do at the same time, because people don't even realize how many records Tank actually is responsible for. Because I don't even think that people know that he was responsible for like songs like Under, for Pleasure P.
Over and Regret for
Latoya Lucky, even Sideline Ho for Monica.
Yep. Forever, Dave Hollister, like Tank is that guy.
Tank is responsible for a lot of great R&B records that he wrote for other people.
Yep.
And when I first got this album, I remember I was 21 back then. So, ooh, child. Ooh.
Do you remember 21?
Scotty was
we were hell.
Scotty was Banshee.
We
at
were
the age of
hell.
21. Scotty was Banshee back then. That was a dark time in my life.
I remember I was dealing with somebody that I'm not gonna say the name, but if you've seen the movie Friday, then you know the name. You ain't got to lie. But anyway, and I'll never forget that biscuit shaped thing told me that when I asked, I was like, "Are you cheating?" And that thing said to me, "You want to worry about if I'm cheating? Sell 1 million copies of a record, and then you can ask me if I'm cheating." The next album did 50,000 downloads. Sure did. We didn't get the million, but we did the numbers. And by then I didn't care.
Listen,
that was the era of pulling up unannounced.
I had no one's license, and I was driving, and I saw the DL guy that I was talking to back then. He had just came from his uncle's funeral, and I seen him, and I had just found out that he was talking to my home girl, and I sped up while he was in the street and tried to run him over with the car. Terrible.
This is the era where I was just walking in the door and I would just pop people in the face and ask questions later. Like I was a ratchet hot mess.
I slapped him. I ain't slapped him. I punched him too and kicked his car and everything. It was so bad. Oh my God. I have been delivered.
I'm so glad we grew up. We've become great citizens. I think so. We are. Listen,
That
Scotty.
was
We
that
are
was a horrible
citizens.
that was a horrible time. Oh my God.
We are citizens, and we are
Jesus.
productive, and we look good.
Listen.
Cause some of the ones that were there, baby, they do not look the same.
I
They're
was
like,
looking like a
yeah.
15-year-old. I look like a 15-year-old boy at 21, like doing all that stuff. But I did that because I was mad. I felt played. I was done so wrong. And Keisha Cole would have come out with this damn album.
Do you remember? Okay, so this was the look at the time, right?
Mind you, all of this happened when I first started being cool with DJ. So this was literally
Right.
16 years. This was 16 years ago. I would never do that shit today, but that was
So
literally 16 years
so
ago.
this is the look. This is the look. This was it. This is it. Follow me. So you had this bright color. It could be turquoise. It could be yellow. It could be lime green. But they're skinny jeans, like they skin tight. And you had a fresh pair of high top Pumas, and you had the button down plaid shirt with the fitted, with the big
Mm-hmm.
chains. And if it was cold outside, you had the fitted jacket with the stripes on them. I think the brand was Babe.
Mm-hmm.
This is that era. This is when we went to the club and we would still dance. Like we would still dance. You know, you would have strippers at the club. You know, it was safe to kiss a random person at the bar. You know, and if you liked them enough, I wasn't having sex at that time. But if you
I
liked
had
the
just
person,
started.
I was scared to do anything because I thought if you know, if you sucked my neck, I thought I was gonna end up at the clinic. And so I was just like, I was such a prude then. Like, yes, you know, like this.
Yeah, because see, as I said before, I lost my virginity when I was 20.
This was
So,
like the last era of real
you know,
celebrities.
you could say that, yes, it
Yeah,
was. The 2010s was literally the last decade of celebrities.
for real,
It
for
was,
real.
it was, to be honest, it was. So this album kind of puts me in a bad space because that was when all this shit was going on.
Ooh, this is when you would go to the liquor store and they told you to be careful drinking them Four Locos, and you would buy like a bottle of Nouveau for like
Oh,
$12.99.
I used to love me some
Oh, this was such a
Nouveau.
good time.
Oh my God. I used to love me some Nouveau.
You would go to the club and it would be Deb Walker and Gucci, and Nikki would come sometimes and she'd be in the club buying people bottles and signing people's titties. This is how I initially met her. And so like we'd be in the bar, we were in the section. She came back there, she bought like 3 or 4 bottles of Nouveau and she was back there signing people's titties and stuff. I was like, knock it out the park. This when I tell you this was such an era, this was such a good time.
It was really an era for real now that we think about it because I kind of miss it, to be honest. As much as it was an issue, I had so many issues back then, and I was broke as fuck back then. College dropout, all those different things back then. It was a time. It was a time, and we
This
made the
was the
best
era
out of
where you
it.
could write a check, deposit it, and the bank wouldn't catch it until months later. But by the end, the account was already closed, and you done ran off with the money. Yeah, you could do a good old. I don't know if I can say this word, but you could do a good old cam and get away with it.
Crazy. Okay,
I didn't
so
do it, but they did. They were doing it.
or people you knew.
The people I
However,
knew.
but that's tired of doing me. So what do we rate that? I give it an 8.
It's definitely a 9 in my book. I don't ever skip it. I have to play it.
Yes. Okay. So number 4 is If I Fall in Love Again featuring Faith Evans. Oh, one of my favorite
It's a
songs.
pass for me.
It is. Oh my God. Why, DJ? Because
The
I
best
love
part,
that
okay,
song.
so I'm gonna tell you why it's a pass. First of all, I am tired of people taking the same instrumentals and crafting songs over them. How many times have we heard this instrumental, this warning instrumental? We've heard it so many times in R&B and hip hop. I'm tired of hearing it. And the best part of that song is Faith Evans. I'm sorry. How you let Faith out first? This is the second time you have let a female out sing
Oh,
you on
just
your own song.
concede what I needed for me.
How do you do it? I just don't like it. I never liked it.
They don't say skills.
Give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, baby. Like I hated it.
I
Hated it.
love that song,
It's gonna be a
DJ.
3 for me.
Oh
No.
no, I love that song mainly because I love it because of the Biggie Small sample. That's the reason why. That's what appealed. That's what the appeal was for me was the sample. I love
No.
it.
Let get no. And might I add, do you remember the BET Awards performance where she came out screaming on airplanes?
Oh God.
I knew then whatever we about to go. I hated the hair. I liked the outfit. The outfit was cute, but I hated the hair. I felt like you should have done a solid color. And I knew that we were definitely in for a hell of a ride. I just didn't think that it would break
Be a
down.
friend, love, companionship, everything I want in life. Give it to me, give it to me, baby. You hate it.
I hate it.
You hate it. I love
Hate
that
it.
song.
It's a
Oh my
chop.
God. Yeah, I love that song.
I've
I'm
always
sorry.
wanted to say that. It's a
I love that song. I don't care what you say. I love it.
hated it.
I give
Like,
it an
no.
eight. I give it an eight, honey. I give it an
No, it's
eight.
gonna be a hard 3. And I feel like I'm being generous with that.
You cannot say that song is worse than I Ain't Through.
I hate that too. I don't
Oh my God. I cannot with you, DJ.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm gonna
Mm-mm.
have to take your Keyshia card from you, Chad. Oh, let me
You
stop.
you will never take my Keyshia card because I own the mixtape, okay? Like, no. No, man.
Oh my
Like,
God.
man, no.
So track number 5 is So Impossible.
It's on a scale of 1 to 10 and 11. It was a missed opportunity. It should have been a single. She should have been all over daytime and nighttime television, prime time, performing it. I wanted to see her on the Time Joyner Morning Show online. She needed to be on 106 in Park. She needed to be on Oprah. She needed to be on Jay Leno. She needed to be on The Real. She needed to be on The Talk. She needed to be on the show with Whoopi Goldberg and them.
The
Like,
View.
you needed to be performing on Good Morning America. Like, again, your team hates you. Who is marketing? Who's responsible for marketing this album? Because they
You
did an
don't
awful
be
job.
so caught up to take a notice
Mm.
on your own.
It
You
was the ending for
never
me.
leave.
She felt that. That ended. I gave you. I was like, girl.
It ain't even just that. If there is no way there could ever be us again. Again, a terrible time in my life. That DL dude had fucked me up back then.
I would have
I promise
loved.
I sung that. I used to sing that song like my life depended on it. Oh Jesus.
I'm gonna go
That
play that when we get off of here. Because when I tell you that song right there, for every single reason, she should have had tracks flying all over the stage by the time she was done. That should have been, for every reason, I'm sorry, that could have easily been her We Belong Together, or at least the follow up to what
But
Love
you
was.
know, they were saying that was supposed to be her fourth single. They were saying it. I don't know why they didn't put it out.
Again, this album has all of the wrong singles, with
They
the
were supposed to
exception of
put that
Long Way
out.
Down,
They were supposed to put it out after Take Me Away.
which should have never. We'll get there. We'll get
Okay,
there.
so we both agree that So Impossible is not a chop.
And absolutely not. And I'm gonna tell you,
Um,
I think this is the reason why I love it so much. Partially because Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis produced it.
they did it. Yeah, I was just about to bring that up.
Yeah,
Um,
she needed more of that on this album, and I think maybe the album would have been a little bit more cohesive, and I probably would have had more of a positive response.
Okay.
I Ain't Through should have been a mixtape song.
Some, cause no, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So you heard. So before I get into the next one, because I'm going by either edition, you heard the deluxe songs, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so we can continue with the deluxe edition then. So track number 6, Confused in Love.
Okay, so here's the thing. There are two versions of it.
It is. I thought. Oh, okay, so I thought I was crazy.
No, 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 no.
I
The
really thought
first,
I was crazy.
no, I hated the first version. The second version felt like a Young Jeezy throwaway. Um, and I felt like that was low key the point. And so if you were trying to throw a little bit of shade, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it makes sense. But Chuck Harmony produced it, you know. I like the production more than I like her on it. However, there is that one part in the song where she's like, what did she say? She said, on the part, used to cry at night, stay awake at night. There's a part where she's like, I cry. I was like, okay, that's cute. That's cute. You know, I'm a sucker for a cute run. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I did like that, but the you won't hurt me again, no, no. Like I thought that was cool too. But other than that, it's a chop. It's a 4. It's a filler.
I give it a 5. Yeah. Cause I thought it was just me cause the other day, because I knew that we were getting ready to review this soon. So I was listening to it in full at work. Cause you know, a lot of times I listen to shit at work. Like I have my beanie over my ear so they won't see my AirPod, and I be listening to 4 albums to get me through the workday. And this was one of them. And I'm like, I don't remember Confused in Love sounding like this. That's exactly what I said. I said, I don't remember sound. I know. I said, I know it's been a long time since I listened to this album, but I don't remember Confused in Love sounding like this. I thought I was going nuts.
No, I remember being on Singer's Room. They had the original, and I was like, eh. And then the new version hit, and I still was like, eh.
Okay.
And right now, even when I think about it, I'm still like,
And
eh.
so number 7 is Sometimes.
Sometimes, okay, so the interesting thing about Sometimes the production for that, I feel like every R&B artist got that production at some point or another. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of those songs are unreleased songs. Like I had a record I was working on at the time, and the song was called Love Again. And so like I had wrote something over that and it never came out, but whatever. And so like the production is real. There's nothing special about it. It has a gospel flair, you know, with the church organ and such, which I think adds to it. You know, I like how she kept her signature with the harmonicas and the strings and such at the end. Um, I love how she played with her vocals on this. It's a smooth little cut, and if you really get into what she's singing about and how the song even came about, it can be a tearjerker. You know, if I'm by myself and I'm, you know, sitting watching the moon, or you know, cruising through the city looking pretty in my 6'4", you know, and I just so happen to just be cruising, you know, and it come on, I'm not gonna skip it. I might have a little shed a tear moment, but it's a beautiful record. It's a beautiful record. I don't skip it. It's a 8.
6.
You don't like it?
I skip it.
Hey, Norris Tony,
Hey,
why?
Norris. I don't know why. I just every time I would, as soon as them damn guitars start playing, I'd be like, okay, skip. Like every time.
I felt like it could have been a great single. Imagine this. Picture this, right? Picture this.
What?
Picture this. Saturday Night Live,
Mm-hmm.
low lights, spotlight on her,
Mm-hmm.
but you have blue overtones and you
Mm-hmm.
have this orchestra. Think Mariah Carey at that award show when she was singing I Stay in Love and she had the black gown and she looks up at the teleprompter, you know, and she, you know, and she continues to sing and she smiles and she, you know, has her moment. I feel like Keyshia should have had that. At the time, she had the French bun and the cute dresses and shit. And I just feel like she easily that could have been really a standout moment in her performance catalog. Just my 2 cents.
Eh.
Yeah, baby. I be out there watching the moon and the stars and talking to God and, trying to avoid roaches and such,
I tried it for
Child, it's hard. I did the best I could.
yeah, child. Track number 8, Take Me Away.
Had they marketed it right, it could have been a great crossover record for her. It's cute, but it doesn't do anything for me. I hated the drawstring ponytail in the video. Um, the choreography. I don't know why people be trying to make these R&B singers dance. Like, if they didn't come out dancing, stop trying to make them dance. Everybody is not Janet Jackson.
I love
Everybody is
my
not.
baby. I
Everybody's
love
not
my
intended to be
baby.
Britney Spears. Please, like, and then she did it on nighttime television. It was on primetime TV, and I was like, "This is all right." I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't love it either.
It was the most radio friendly. I could say that.
Agreed. Agreed. If she was gonna, like I said, if she was gonna do a radio record, again, part of me feels like it was a throwaway from a different me. But then again, I do. I feel like it would have fit on a different me. It just, girl, Daniel must have had the soul pole because she was singing
Take
like that.
me away.
She thought she was Mariah Carey in the fantasy era, child.
Keyshia, I know how you feel.
Child.
Oh my God. Okay.
I just love it.
What you
love
get?
it.
What you give it? What you give it?
I'll give it it's a 7. Hell, I feel like I'm being generous, but
I give it an 8 because I love that song. I do.
I don't always skip it. It's like I have to be in the mood to listen to it.
I understand what you mean. That's how I feel about sometimes. I got to be in the mood to hear that.
But a fun fact: so Chink Santana and Irv Gotti produced that one.
They did.
And for the people that are not familiar with who Chink Santana is, he was on Love and Hip Hop New York, but he also is Keisha's love interest in the I Should Have Cheated video. When I tell you that man can play a guitar, a bass, he just knows how to make that thing sing. But I'm gonna put you on. There's a song by Chink Santana. If you watch the Ashanti's Happy video, it's the instrumental that's playing at the beginning of the video. It's a song by Chink Santana. It's called Hold On. It was on the Ink album. I told y'all I'm a hardcore rap fan, but it's on the Ink album. But it's a dope song, and the way those guitars just do like the way they sing at the end, I'd be like, nigga, take me in. All right, but yes, the production was cool. I don't know. It's not my favorite.
Okay, so track number 9, What You Do to Me.
It's a 9. I love the keys. I love the production, especially at the end where she tried to go to church and she'd be like, "Oh, what you do?" Whatever it is that she does, whatever. I'm here for all of it. I love it. I love it. I love
what
it.
You do to me? Do to me, baby. I ain't gonna try to hit the other note she be trying to do.
When I played it for my friend Patrick when the album first came out, and he was like, "Who is that howling at the moon like that?" And I was like, "Don't do Keyshia like that. You got to give it a real listen." He went back and listened to it again with his headphones on. He was like, I actually do like this song. This is a bop. It's a bop. I don't hate it. I could never skip that one. Chink Santana produced that one too, so that's why I'm like, play the keys, nigga, please. Yeah.
Listen, okay.
Get him and Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis to produce this album, and then you have little sprinkles of other producers. But yeah, let's go back and redo this because
I give it an 8. Definitely, I give it an 8.
My favorite part is the ending, and that's no shade. Like, I love the way it ends. Like, I always say, nobody can end a song like Anita Baker. Because Anita Baker is either gonna go low or she's gonna do like she did on at the end of "You're the Best Thing," yeah. Ha! Ever go.
Or Body and Soul. Body.
Like, you gotta end it like her. Come on, Scotty, sing it like a nigga. Yeah.
Did she come back up? Did she come back in? Body and soul. You laughing because you know it's true. That's exactly how she ends that. Body. You know that's how she ends it. You know it. You know that's how she ends it. Don't worry. It's gonna be a clip on Facebook and you're gonna be tagged in it. You already know how I get down.
But why do you sound just like her though?
Cause you sound, you know it.
Let me tell y'all something. Anita is great, and we love her for her works. Okay. Oh my God, that is absolutely outrageous. Oh,
this boy laughed till he cried. That's a mess.
Oh my gosh, that is outrageous. Outrageous.
I didn't lie. She do sound like that now.
Oh my gosh.
Did we even rate this song? Oh, we did.
Yeah, it's a 9.
Okay, so track 10 is Last Hangover.
It's a chop. I feel like everybody was on their last hangover and created it. I hate it. It's my last hangover. Like, no.
Timberland, why would you give her that? Like, why would you give her that, Timberland? That was terrible.
No. I can't even see, like, it's so different. Like, I don't even know where that song would fit. I wouldn't even play that if I was under the influence. I might drown. Like, I just, no.
That reminds me of when I introduced Jamar to that song that she did. It was like a hidden track or something on Woman to Woman when she called herself trying to do some damn Euro pop. Oh,
here we go. We're gonna get into that. That's our next video because we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into it, okay? Because I have so much I want to say. About that. Like, but I applaud her for doing something different. But man, I would play Here We Go before I play I Ain't Through.
Oh my God.
Here We Go ain't on my playlist, okay? Yes, D-Boy, I hated it. It's a 3 for me. I feel like that's one of the worst songs on the album. And Timbaland, I feel like Timbaland gave her like, okay, so because maybe the budget wasn't there to create something fresh. I don't know. I wasn't there. But it's almost like, okay, I'm just gonna give you something that was supposed to be for, Aaliyah, but because I gotta get all her shit out of my stuff, let me just go ahead and give it to you. Like I don't see it. It just didn't work. It didn't mesh. I'm sorry. Timbaland has done better, and I just no. I thought Last Hangover was gonna be like, can we get kinky tonight? I thought I was gonna be dancing all or off coordinated. Make me want to go in the closet and pull out some sequins, or whatever. But this definitely didn't give me that. No, I don't like it. It feels like it should have been a song on Shock Value. It would have fit better on Shock Value. It wouldn't have fit on this. It's a pass.
Well, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either. But I give it a 5. And I think I'm being generous with that 5. Number 11, Two Sides to Every Story.
Loved it.
I love that
It
song.
it was drama. It brought back street Keyshia.
It
You know,
still confuses me how the ones closest to you.
I just thought we were too real to let it happen to us. Okay, did you peep the flat note in it? Somebody didn't.
That
Okay.
was flat.
I just thought we were too real to ever see it happen to us. This is during the era where me and Elite were still running the streets, child. We were having a time.
You and Elite.
It was Lucky Lounge then, but it became Sweet Lounge. They recently closed it. But yeah, yeah, her and Carlicia Levert, we would be out there having a time, child.
Not you hanging with Elite.
Child, a time. A time.
Remember when Elite tried to come out with a song? For anything.
I want to do a little song.
Nothing can replace this thing that we've got.
Let me tell you something. When your name is Elite Noel, baby, you got to be able to do something.
You're my babe.
Yeah. Okay.
She had Mustang as her damn love interest in the video. That's what tickled me so bad.
The girls knew.
Right.
The girls knew.
Like,
and no, I did not like Last Hangover. It didn't mesh. It just didn't flow. Like, and I've really tried over the last decade plus to really give it a chance and really see if I could vibe with it. Like, you know how sometimes you be driving down the street and you be like, okay, maybe if I turn it up, I can feel it a little bit more. And don't get me wrong, the beat knocks, right? But for an artist of Keyshia's caliber, especially at that point in her career, I just feel like there's no reason why a production should outshine the artist on the production.
I mean, it was something new production-wise, but it's like...
Chop.
But I give Two Sides to Every Story a 9.
Oh yeah, Two Sides to Every Story. Yeah, that's definitely a 9.
Don't understand. Gotta give it up. Gotta take it for what it's worth. Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes friends outgrow each other. She was talking about that damn family friend of hers that she had on that damn show.
And then we get the keys at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Oh my God.
Listen, she had been hanging with Faith a little too long. She was trying to do Faith on her album, child.
She was, child.
I'm gonna tell you, the end of that song literally makes me want to light a cigarette and sit on the stoop and just be like. And then the screen fades to black and white. Yeah. Real 70s.
Oh my God. What's next? Where Would We?
Let me tell you something. I love the way it starts. It's very Rick James ghetto life-ish. Like, it's real hood. It's given every day in the ghetto. It's definitely that one where I'm just like, somebody call up Nate Dogg and get him on the hook for this. Because it definitely was given Compton, California.
It was.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie. Where would we go? Where would we go? It was some part of the song.
Frankie within the
I was just about to sing that part. I was running around trying to find myself or either Frankie within the city's radius.
This is one of those moments where it's like, what she say? She said, I'm gonna throw it in his face like it's roaches, then put his ass to sleep. Buenas noches. Good night. Like, it was one of those. It's like, why would you use radius of all the things you could have said? How much of this song did you freestyle, girl?
Because it did make a difference to me. Because love is love.
On the way here. Where, girl, on the way here from where? Yvonne's house. Like,
That's
girl.
exactly where she could have been coming from.
Nah,
Cause
she was coming from picking up Neffy from off the block. And that's how we got here. That's why I sound like Rick James. Listen, we stopped by the hood. We had to stop by the plug. We had to stop by the liquor store, by the bodega. You know, we had to pick up one of them little 50-cent sandwiches. Well, they probably about $5 now. And we cruising, baby. I got the shades on. I got a fresh weave. You know what I'm saying? Like, do. Like,
I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
okay, so Amber Dreams by Spyro Gyra. Okay, so that's why I like that song, because I like the original. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, y'all get into that. And yeah, that bass line is insane. You can't go wrong. Yeah,
What's your rating?
it's a 9.
Oh, Jesus, not a 9. Okay.
And solely because the majority of that score does come from the production.
Oh,
Because, like
okay.
I said, I know the original, and the original knocks too. So, yeah.
Number 13, Thank You.
Thank you.
Wasn't that Yvonne singing that? I thank
Thank you.
you. I thank
Thank you.
you.
I feel like Yvonne went and bought a brand new thing of lipstick just to put on so she could go to the studio. I feel like she put on her good first Sunday outfit, her first, good Sunday garb and attire. She had her church hat, she had that good shake and go with the ponytail in the back with the, little pink hat, whatever, with all the frills and ruffles and stuff. And she went up in that studio with her little purple Bible, and she was sitting up there. Thank you. Thank you. Like, it's real nasally and real throaty. I don't like it. It's real mechanical. I don't like it. I don't like it. Just because everybody cannot
Oh
do
my
a
God.
pricey bunch. Everybody cannot do the Winans. Everybody can't do the Clarks, you know what I'm saying? Like, or and have tears to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the Clark sisters, and then you have Jay Drew and Kiera, and then Jay Moss and all of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody can't do that. This was not a moment to incorporate all of your family members on your album. I feel like we needed a version without Yvonne. You could have picked some random studio singer. You could have called Carlene from down the hall, and she could have called up Tina and Amber, and they could have came in and did you some cute little gospel doo-wop pop pops,
Thank
and you could have had you
you.
a number one gospel song. But
Thank you.
again,
Thank
proper
you.
marketing. Who is your A&R? Where was your A&R? Why did they sign off on this? No, I like the keys though. It could have been a great gospel song. It could have been a great inspirational number. You
What's
gotta
your
be
rating?
strategic with this stuff. It's a 6.
It's a 5 for me. Uh,
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go with a 5. I'm gonna change my score. It's a 5. I was really trying.
and the last song, Better Me.
You changed my life. Better Me. Who did that one? That feels like Diane Warren.
She did do it.
Okay. Okay, so here's the thing. I feel like Better Me could have really done something huge. Like, that could have been the theme song for the Make a Wish Foundation, or it could have been, the theme song for World Changers or whatever. Like, it could have really been a big moment for her. Like, she could have, they could have had her come and do a cute little number at the Super Bowl, But again, like I said, it's all about being strategic, and I just don't feel like they had a proper plan. I feel like by this point, too many things had changed at the label. They had her perform it. I think it was on the BET Honors or something like that, and that was a cute number. I like the red hair. I like the gown. It was a moment. But I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. Like, when you think of Diane Warren, like, you think the
Don't
big
break
ballad.
my
Yes.
heart.
You think that, you think Can't Take That Away From Me by Mariah Carey. You know, you think those numbers, you know, you're not thinking no Better Me by Keyshia Cole. Now, I think it's a flex, you know, as an R&B singer to say, shit, I got a song in my catalog that Diane Warren wrote. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's a 6. I don't skip it all the time, but
It's a 5 for me.
okay. So what do I
So
think about I Ain't Through? Hated it.
so now that we're at the end of this album, first things first, let me start off by saying this, right? So this album came out in 2010, and I was just getting started. I was
I just
21.
moved to Atlanta.
I was 21. I had just started my YouTube channel when this album came out. I was only like about 10 videos in by the time this album came out. And I just remember not hearing Keyshia Cole in forever. I think the last time we had seen her musically was for the Trust video, which was a year prior to that. And then earlier that year, she did the BET Awards with singing Airplanes with B.O.B. Sounding a Mess. And then she came out with this. And I remember being excited that she had Nicki Minaj on the new album because I was like, okay, this is gonna be good. You know, this should be good for Keyshia. Then she come out with that. And so it just felt like they just threw this era to get they just decided we're gonna go with a Nicki song because she's the hottest thing out because everything she was on was blowing up.
Yeah.
But this was just a bad song. And then after that, they gave us a video for Long Way Down, but it didn't get released to radio. And then they just threw Take Me Away at us and put that on the radio, and that song didn't do well either. And So Impossible was supposed to be the next single, but it didn't come out. So it was kind of like, what's going on? Because Keisha's first week sales for this album was not bad. I mean, she sold 143,000 the first week, which is considered
It's not bad,
a
but
good
I
first week.
mean,
A good first week. And that's probably was based off of her name alone at that moment. But when you compare it to A Different Me, which did 300 in 1 week, and this did 150 in 1 week, it's kind of like, where's the breakdown here? What happened?
and I can tell you, I think one thing that happened, this was the first album that we didn't see her create on reality TV.
That too.
And I think because she didn't have that visibility, I think that visibility was literally the vehicle that was selling her music. And I feel like when she didn't come back for another season of The Way It Is, that's when that was the beginning of the end. I don't know who told her to do so. I don't know why they thought that was a great idea. And I can understand not pimping your family out for coin, but for the safety and security of your career, you should have.
Because she eventually went right back to doing it again when Woman to Woman was coming out. She did the whole Keyshia Cole Family First, which, you know.
you know, um, yeah, I just with this album era, I just felt like the album lacked direction. It felt more like K Michelle's The People I Used to Know. It felt like a mixtape. It didn't feel like an album, or a cohesive album. I feel like, yeah, you got in the studio and you wanted to drive your own vehicle, but all artists should not drive their own vehicle. Um, Keyshia, I think, has great ideas and great concepts. Um, but I definitely feel like this album needed more hands-on direction from somebody that could have given her some additional input. I feel like this album potentially, it wasn't rushed, but I feel like had she taken a few extra months to work on this album, we would have been, we probably would have gotten a different outcome, a different result. Some people that I know she collaborated with, I remember seeing a photo of her and Pharrell in the studio. I don't know what role he played on this album, but I would have loved to maybe hear some production from him. I would have liked to see more. If there was anybody that I felt like could have steered this album in the right direction, she needed to lock in with one or two, maybe three or four producers. Definitely Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis. Chink definitely could have done some accents on the album. Tired of Doing Me should have definitely been a part of the album. If Take Me Away was gonna be on it, it should have been probably the last single as it was. Um, but this album felt more filler than anything. I don't even know if they were going for radio hits. I don't know if they were going for hits at all. But
Mm-hmm.
this album was definitely a filler album, and it felt lukewarm. Everything down to the imaging, it just felt lukewarm down to the even how they rolled the album out. Because I feel like had she done more marketing and been more visible, okay, yeah, you did that performance on, the BET Awards, but if you have this single with Nicki, why didn't you and Nicki go on a promo tour or a press tour? Why didn't you and Nicki, where was your visibility? And I think that's really what killed it for her. She just didn't have any visibility. There was nobody in her corner fighting for her visibility. And I think that's where she messed up.
Mm-hmm.
The album lacked direction and there was no visibility for her. I think those are the two things. I didn't really hear anything too wrong with the vocals. They're just more mature. She just had a baby. She wasn't gonna sound like, 20-year-old
Mm-hmm.
Keyshia.
I agree.
Because by this point, I think Keisha's push. If Keyshia has not turned 30, she's pushing it at this point in her career.
Right.
So the themes are going to be different. The mindset is going to be different, hopefully. But after some of her antics around the next era, which we'll get into, it proved that she was on that same shit.
But
So.
there's a person that's another YouTuber that has been watching he's been watching our Keyshia Cole reviews, and he
Mm-hmm.
said that when we get to Woman, he wants to join us for this.
Listen,
And
come on.
whenever listen, I said, well, once we get to Woman, I'm gonna reach out to you, because I told him, I said, I haven't forgotten about you. When we get to Woman, I'm definitely gonna reach out to you. We just gotta hopefully we do it next week. But Woman to Woman was slightly better than this.
It was so much better than this, but it was so much going on. It was so much going on. I feel
But
like
you
that.
know,
I feel like Woman to Woman was her last ticket to
it
win.
was, it was, it was. They started off really strong. I must
Yes.
say that they started off
Yes.
really strong. I remember the production, not production. I remember the promotion that went behind Enough for No Love. I remember watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and they did this commercial for Enough for No Love. I'm like, they know who their audience is. That's what they doing. They know exactly what's going on. Then they had this Clear Channel deal where they had the song playing every hour on the hour and all that. And then they put Lil Wayne on the record. He was big at the time. She got her first top 10 in a long time. I think it was her first top 10 since Trust.
Yeah.
And the song was doing well. But I think the problem with it was Enough for No Love was going throughout the summer. It was June, July, August. It was going through the summer.
Yeah.
I remember by September, I heard the demo for Trust and Believe by this singer by the name of Kendall or somebody like that.
Uh-huh.
I remember hearing that demo before the actual record came out, and I loved the demo. I did.
Listen, when I
But then,
tell you that album holds a very special place for an era in time. Yeah. That's the last time I fell in love for real, for real.
ooh,
Hmm.
I wasn't in love when this one came out. I was in hate.
I was very much so in love, but that album quickly became the top three, or it became number two in the top three Keisha albums for me that I would play out when something was going on. Yeah.
Yes. And plus Trust and Believe came out, and I just knew that song was gonna be like the biggest thing since sliced bread. But then Tamar kind of came out with Love and War, and it sounded just like Trust and Believe, and it kind of just sabotaged Trust to Believe. It sabotaged Trust to Believe for me. It did. Because everybody liked that song. Because even when she was at her concert last year, when I went to the 20th anniversary of The Way It Is, she did perform Trust to Believe. The whole crowd knew the words. Mm-hmm. So it was a popular song amongst her fan base, but
it could have been a bigger single.
Yes.
I loved the single art for it. Mm-hmm. Loved it. Thought it was absolutely wonderful.
But after Trust and
Believe, very well.
But after Trust and Believe, that's when they started fucking up her era, because it was supposed to be Trust and Believe, then Zero, then I Choose You.
That album had it was full of potential singles. It's so many things that fucked up that era, including Keyshia.
Oh, child, we're
gonna get into it, because that video, y'all gotta come back for that one. When I tell you,
we got a lot to say about Woman to Woman, but when we get to a point of no return, I'm just gonna be sitting here,
baby. When I tell you point of no return, we gonna get into. Oh, I can't wait to talk about that one.
Terrible album.
What did Corral say? We gonna have to talk about this. Like, yeah, like, yes. We gonna have to talk about this.
Okay.
Excellent work, Iago. Oh, please. On a scale of 1 to 10, you are an 11. No, I'm kidding. But yes, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. And then you got to come back with your Anita Baker impression. Like, I really think you need to get in the studio, and that needs to be your theme song. Buddy. How'd you do it? Do it, Scotty. Do it.
Oh, I'm not looking at you when I do it, because you put me on the spot. Buddy. And she don't say body, B-O-D-Y. She say
you gotta spell it how she says it.
She says B-A-W-D-Y. Body is how she says it.
Yeah, you gotta drop that jaw. You know, it gives the vocal some color. It gives you some room to breathe. It opens your throat. Oh, like, you know, you could say body. Like, body just sounds real bland. It's almost, you know, you go to your neighbor's house, they don't put no seasoning on their chicken, they just serve it to you fresh out the bag, you know. But when you say body, you know, it gives it that roundness, it gives it some bounce, it gives it some color, it gives it some feeling, you know. That's how Luther, you know, when Luther be like, ooh, you know, we get tingling all over, like, when Barry White be like, tell me a secret, you know what I'm saying? Like, we feel that. We feel that. I'm gonna go play Secret Garden tonight. Hell, maybe I'll get to play in somebody's Secret Garden. I don't know. But anyway,
with that being said, this is our review of Keyshia Cole's Call It All Hearts. We will see you guys next time for Woman to Woman, and we'll have a third person here with us to talk about that. Yes, we're getting through this Keyshia Cole saga. We got other album reviews to get to, but we're getting through this Keyshia Cole saga. We're definitely getting to it. And also be on the lookout for this whole Brandy and Monica video that I want to do with Diijai, Bando, Jamar, and JT. I need that.
Okay, real quick before we go.
Mm-hmm.
You got to pick one on each side. Your favorite deep cut. You can pick any song in the catalog. You got to pick one for Brandy, and you got to pick one for Monica.
Oh my God. My favorite deep cut will probably be Breaks My Heart after the Storm album. That's probably one of my, if not my favorite one. And for Brandy, and the one I want to say is a deep, deep, deep one. It's off Aphrodisiac.
Okay.
I want to say You Will, but
how's it go?
Shit. Say you will feel the way I feel for you.
Yeah, that's Say You Will.
The Okay, it's either I want to say you will, but a part of me is going with should I go?
Ooh. Okay. So my favorite Brandy deep cut. Do unreleased songs count? Or are we just doing album cuts? We'll keep it simple.
Album.
We'll do album cuts. Okay, so it's going to be, and this is hard because I like a lot of her stuff. Um, it's gonna be between How I Feel and Where You Need to Be, or Where You Want to Be. For Monica, again, this is hard. It's gonna be between. It's so hard. It's gonna be between Raw.
Oh.
And hold on, wait. What's the name of that song? Is that the one? Hold on. I'm gonna tell you the name of it. I hear it in my head. Hold on, it's coming to me. It was supposed to be the second single from Code Red, but it was not.
Alone in Your Heart.
Alone in Your Heart, baby. I was gonna say, what's the one from After the Storm? You ain't gotta. No, not. It's at the end. It's gonna come to me. I think you're Go to Bed Mad. I was gonna say that, but I was like, I always go to Alone in Your Heart first. And if we're just talking about unreleased cuts, it's definitely gonna be So Bad for Monica, and between Feel So Good and This Must Be Love for Brandy. If we're talking unreleased cuts, but yeah. Mm-hmm.
Alone in your heart, I love you, baby. You ain't nobody else's. You ain't nobody else's.
When I say we got to get into Monica's catalog, because
right here in your arms, I love you, baby.
You ain't. I was like, all right, Whitney. Yeah.
You're Monica's love. You're Monica's love. You're Monica's love.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, before we go, I just want to say this. I don't know if Monica's new album ever coming out, but when she was first talking about this new album, I was hoping that we got some songs on here with her cussing out Shannon Brown. I really needed that in my life.
You know, she is Scorpio, but I don't think Monica's that petty. And the only reason I say that, I feel like she would do it, but in a classy way.
I mean, yeah, I was hoping for an album. Like, I needed her to get a home, Mary J. Blige to do a whole album about how she was feeling when her and Shannon, got a divorce. Because I do know when she did New Life, that was more so her new life, but Big Mistake was obviously about Rocco.
That album was from the whole mistake.
From the whole 10 years I was with you. I'm like, she talking about Rocco.
Listen, that song had one or two. It had one or two cool little songs on it, like "Daddy's Good Girl." You deserve to love someone who's gonna love you. Like that should have been a single, but like again, I can't wait to review that one either. Because yeah, we got to get into it. Because that album was such an era. And I will never forgive the label for not making Without You an official. It was a single, but it needed a video.
Right.
But I bet Monica's glad.
That's because they spent all that money on It All Belongs to Me for it to flop.
That and Anything to Find You for it to flop and have all them legal issues. But listen, Valletta Wallace said, take Kimberly Denise Jones off. I don't care if y'all's middle names are Denise. Take her off.
And that ruined the song.
You had to be there to know the version with Lil' Kim and Rick Ross.
Or the one with Kim by herself.
Okay?
Oh, but that's another story. Anyway, you guys, we're going to go ahead and get up off of here because I'm already finding myself nodding again. So we're going to go ahead and get up off of here, you guys. I will let you guys know when me and DJ come back for Woman to Woman. They're probably gonna be next week.
Yeah, we'll be back to talk about our body.
Goodbye, you guys. Good night.
Love y'all. Y'all stay far away from